The director or the head of it for this evening is Dolores Chavez Harms, and she will be conducting the meeting. And just please, everyone, turn off your cell phones, and I'm sure she'll be giving you any other instructions that you may need. Thank you.
Good evening. Thanks for coming out this afternoon. My name is Dolores Chavez Harms, and I will be moderating the candidates to Forum this evening for you. I am a member of the League of Women Voters. The League is a national, nonpartisan political organization founded in 1920 and is open to both men and women. And the League has celebrated this year its 90th anniversary for the woman's right to vote. The League conducts candidate forums such as this and provides speakers for ballot measures amongst many, many other community services. The League never supports or opposes candidates or political parties. Tonight, there are 4 mayoral candidates and there are 6 candidates vying for the position of Imperial Beach City Council. Your candidates have drawn numbers for their order in opening statements. Closing statements will be in reverse order, and each candidate will have 2 minutes for their opening statement and 2 minutes for their closing statement. Questions have been prepared in advance by you and given to our screener, and then will be given to me to ask the candidates. The candidates will be questioned in alphabetical order to begin, and then the next question will be in reverse order, and then mixed, and so on and so on. All questions will be answered by each candidate, be they a candidate for the mayoral office or the city council. Candidates will be given 1 minute to respond to each question. Emmett Greenwald is our timer this evening, as well as Scott Harms, and they are also provided to you by the League of Women Voters. And we also have provided cards and pens for anyone interested in posing a question to the candidates. In the event you have time for your written question, give the card to June Greenwald, who's sitting at the table here, who is also provided by the League of Women Voters. They will determine the correct verbiage and put your statement or question into the correct question format. There will be no repeat questions. There will be no disparaging or insulting remarks from the candidates or the audience. There can also not be any points of clarification or comments from the audience once the forum commences. And audience, please do not applaud your candidate during the forum. Applause will be held for all candidates at the conclusion of the forum. And now, if you'll make sure all the cell phones are turned off, it is my pleasure to introduce the candidates for mayor. Jennifer Walsh, who is not here yet. Mike Bibby, Jim Janney, Jack Fisher. And the candidates for City Council, Robert Taylor, Tim O'Neill, Lori Bragg, Ed Spriggs, Paul Brown, and Brian Bilbray, who is not here at this time. And now we'll begin with the opening statements. Timers. And the first opening statement will be Mr. Paul Brown.
Hello, how's everybody doing today? My name is Paul Brown, and I've been in Imperial Beach for a couple of years now, since '98. I'm a graduate of the San Diego Job Corps program here in Imperial Beach on 13th Street. I stay on 13th Street in Holly, and currently right now as a career coordinator, criminal justice program for UEI College down in Chula Vista. Also president for the next couple of hours for the Imperial Beach South Bay Kiwanis Club too, as well, and I also sit on the SAG Council committee as well too. So that's a little bit about myself. I'm definitely excited to be here today, and definitely look forward to serving the city of Imperial Beach in the near future, and looking forward to you guys' support too as well. And thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Mike Bibby. I moved here in 1970, Navy brat. Graduated from our business in '74. My parents have owned the Shell Shop on the beach since 1984. In fact, it was actually a biker bar when we bought the place. I've been involved in the community in Little League for 20 years. I've done Pop Warner for 8 years. Like I said, Mr. Fisher was a Little League member. Tim O'Neill, I was actually his coach. It's tough doing this. I was involved with the Imperial Beach JCs. I actually helped start the Sandcastle Committee with Bud Harbin. I was also involved with Miss Imperial Beach pageant. Becky Orr is a past Miss Imperial Beach. I was involved with the Easter egg hunt when the JCs had lots of money back then. We also used to have a really great parade. Of course, times are getting tough with that. And we did a lot of other community things for the city. My biggest stand for IB is the small businessman. Being a small business, of course, makes sense. But that's what gives IB its character. The small business, especially on the beach. You have a lot of people that visit the city. And basically, we're supposed to be for the people. And the image we leave these people basically gives them a good feeling about IB. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Grillbrae, you're up. You drew number 3.
Growing up in Imperial Beach, I understand that our city works best when we work together as a family. But as time has passed, we have strayed from our family roots. City Hall has become increasingly isolated from the people. We need to change our city structure to create more opportunities for the average citizens to participate in the decision-making process. We need to work together to ensure that we create an environment for business to prosper. It's time for the city to stop nickel-diming businesses out of the city. There was a time the city's citizens of Imperial Beach could buy auto parts and hardware supplies in the city. But because the city had treated business like a cash cow and nickel and dime them out, they've led them white and are now forced to leave the city we are now forced to leave the city and buy a spark plug or a nut. So instead of the sales tax revenue going to the city of Imperial Beach, it goes to the city of San Diego and Chula Vista. We get less sales tax revenue than any other city in San Diego in the county. And the only city that gets less, we are the only city that gets less than the unincorporated areas of the county. Our taxes go to pay for other people's government services. We need to work together to create a healthy business environment for our businesses and communities to prosper. As a family, we need to fight for our fair share of regional, state, and yes, even federal funding. We need to ensure that we work with other South Bay cities to ensure that we receive our appropriate benefits from our membership in the Port District. Anyone that looks at our budget now knows that we have become dependent on the port for many of our services. We cannot be passive in defending this revenue stream. The quality of life for our family in Imperial Beach depends on us being successful.
Thank you. Okay. And now, Ms. Welch, Jennifer Welch.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Welsh. I'm really excited about seeing you all here tonight. I've loved living in Imperial Beach. I'm very proud to make this my home. I'm very proud of this city. There's so many incredible things about Imperial Beach that we should really be able to work with. We are the most southwesternly city in the United States. And I know this isn't really brought up a lot or really touted, but it really is an incredible thing because people come from all over. I went to Key West with my husband, and we went to the most southeasternly city in the United States. And so we took a picture. There's a spot. Everyone comes, and it's a great revenue source for your city. And so really deciding who we are, embracing who we are, and talking to the people about who we are. You all have been here a long time and seen the changes. And a lot of the changes you've really enjoyed. But with those changes comes a lot of, you have strings attached. And I don't think the people of Imperial Beach want to go blindly into the future. I really think the residents here are very bright and engaging, and they have so much to give. But it's really important that they're heard. So I think it's really part of my thing is to make sure that I'm engaging you. And that's really where I want to stand, because I'm just here to help stand with the people. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll be hearing from Mr. Jack Fisher.
Don't want to take out the mayor there with the cord. Jack Fisher. I've been an Imperial Beach resident since 1976. I grew up here. I played a little league with Tim, and Mike here is the umpire, always talking in my ear. I remember the good old days of the bowl and stick, the swing shop, Seacoast Nutritionals, where I used to go during school to get an apple. I believe that we can get back to that point where we know the people that we shop with, where we have the businesses here in Imperial Beach that meet our needs. I also think that the time for the Imperial Beach residents to stop getting to that point where they don't want to see redevelopment, to embrace it. If many of the people in Imperial Beach now realize there's no turning back now. The project at 9th and Palm, the Seacoast Inn, they are going to happen. My goal as mayor is to carefully watch these projects, making sure that they are done how they're supposed to be done, that the budgets are kept where they're supposed to be, the timelines are met, and then when all is said and done, not only is the government of Imperial Beach and the residents of Imperial Beach happy, but they are together as a community. At some point, I think we've lost a sense of community here. Imperial Beach is a very small place. You can get one from